Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me as a speaker today. I'm so excited to be able to talk to everyone about vision boards. I know that they have changed my life a lot, so hopefully they're able to help someone here. Can you let me know if you can see my screen? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I'm sure with this 18-day challenge, everyone has been meditating, and with that, they've been getting a lot of energies, maybe, tapping into a different frequency. And something that is talked a lot about in the meditation community is manifestation. So if anyone here is new to the concept of manifestation, it's basically being in the same frequency and attracting your desires through your thoughts and through your beliefs. And the main principle of the law of attraction is that you attract what you are, not what you want, right? So if you want something in your life, whether it be money, fame, specific person to come in your life, you have to emit the same frequency and you have to be thinking the similar thoughts and have similar beliefs that ultimately shape your reality. So one way to do that is actually through vision boards. And I know this has been a more popular concept in the recent times, but I've actually been doing this ever since I was in high school. And I've had a lot of things on my vision board come true. So, what is a vision board, right? So, a vision board is basically a big board filled with images, quotes, just anything that reflect the desires that you want in your life. So, this is just an example of one I found online, but you basically make a collage of everything that you want. And the concept is that you look at this vision board every single day, whether it be in the morning or at night, maybe multiple times a day. And every time you look at it, you visualize your desires coming true. And what this does in a spiritual definition is it puts you back into that frequency, which then allows you to align your thoughts and your beliefs with everything that you want and ultimately manifest all of your desires. So I think it's a super cool way to do that and also to just put your mind in the right headspace in the beginning and in the end of the day. So I wanted to show some of my examples to prove that vision boards actually work. So this on the left was an image that I put on my vision board. And what I personally like to do is customize my vision boards. So I just took an online template. This was when I was trying to get a job and I was still in college. And I was, getting rejected and I was not getting jobs. And then I put on my vision board an offer letter of a job. And in the picture that I made, you can see that I put the location is in Manhattan. I put that I wanted to do project management. And I put my name and like everything. And I really customized it. And every time I looked at this like picture, I would imagine myself checking my email and getting an offer letter. And then on the right, these are three different offer letters that I've gotten, all for positions that I wanted, all with the salary that I wanted, and in my dream city. So when I see this, I'm like, it's crazy because the pictures are literally so similar. So here's another example. So on the on the left is a picture that I put in my vision board. And this is because ever since high school, I've really wanted to move to New York. I would always watch TV shows and movies of like young people living in New York City, and I've always wanted to do that. So I put it on my vision board, and at the time, I did not think this was gonna happen. I was like, whatever, let me just put it. And every day I would visualize myself looking at the New York City skyline. And the picture on the right is where my office is. And I literally work amidst all of those big buildings. So that's literally my view every single day. So yeah, that's another example. And then the last example is when I was in college, there was this club that I really wanted to join because I knew that it had a lot of good connections and I could learn a lot. And it was basically a business club. And it was really hard to get into this club. Like everyone was saying that. And I was so young at the time, I had no experience. So on the left, I photoshopped my own picture into their club's Instagram profile. And I just visualized myself being on their Instagram as a new member. And then I think literally 2 months later, I applied, everything happened, and they ended up posting me as a new member, which is the photo on the right. So these are just three examples, but so many things in my vision board have come true exactly like how I put it on there. And that's why I want to emphasize that this really works. Because even when I was looking at all the pictures on the left of my vision board, I would really visualize myself in these pictures and visualize myself living this life. And ultimately, I was able to get my thoughts and beliefs up to the frequency of my desires using the law of attraction. And I was able to, put it in my reality directly. So yeah, those I just wanted to give some credentials that vision boards actually work. So hopefully now you guys all know that they work. So I wanted to walk through how you can exactly make a vision board to do the exact same thing. I want to emphasize that I am not special by any means. Like I don't have any special abilities. I know people could say it's luck, but I think too many things have come true in my life to just call it luck. The main thing I did was really change my beliefs and really visualize myself living this dream life and really used the law of attraction to work in my favor. And if I can do it, then all of you are probably better meditators than me. You guys probably also have a lot of life experience. Like you can do 10 times the things that I've manifested. So that is the very first thing to ingrained in your brain before you even make a board, before you even start, is that you have to have the utmost belief that anything you put on this board will come true. And something that helped me is watching Harry Potter before I made my vision board. It's just one of those movies that makes you feel so inspired and like it makes you feel so magical. So I really recommend doing this whole process when you're in that kind of high vibrational state of mind where you're like, anything is possible. Like I can be in Harry Potter type of mindset. So if you're not in that mindset, I suggest, getting yourself there through like watching movies or maybe listening to a meditation magic speaker. I know that every time I listen to one of these, I'm re-inspired again if I'm ever in a slump. So that's the first step is really getting into that positive, high vibrational state of mind. So when you start actually making the vision board, the very first step is to make a list of every single thing that you want to achieve. And again, when making this list, don't think about what's realistic or what people said you can and can't do or any past, limiting beliefs you may have. If you want $1 million, put $1 million on the vision on your list. Like every single thing that you want or have wanted in your life, you should make a list. And I recommend categorizing your list into all of these four things. So, number one is appearance. So, what do you want to look like? How do you want to feel in your body every single day? That is a big one. The next one is finances. I know a lot of people want more financial stability and abundance. So, making a list of exactly what that looks like in your lifestyle. Maybe what can you do with all of the finances that you're going to have, right? Like being able to travel everywhere, buying a big house for your family, or helping people in need, things like that. The next one is lifestyle. So this one is like, what do your day-to-day look like? So an example is like being able to practice your hobbies. Maybe right now you don't have enough time or money, or you're not in a place where you can do that, but like being able to draw or dance or whatever every single day and having time and resources for that. And then number four is career. So like being a CFO or being a full-time artist or whatever it is that you want, like what does that look like for you? I found that organizing my life into these four main categories helped me get more clarity, but you can do it however you want. This is just the guide that I used that helped me. So once you have your list of things, you should make them very, very specific, right? So instead of just saying like, I want a house, you should say, I want a big 4 bedroom house with white brick and whatever. Like add as many details as you can, that will be better. And so once you get that list, then it's time to create your images. So the images are the things that I was showing earlier. So the things on the left that are going to go on your vision board. And you want, when you look at this vision board, you want it to feel like your life already. So I recommend like using Photoshop. Now you can probably use AI to generate like custom images for yourself. I know my mom does that for fun sometimes, and like my dad, we like to make fun images. You can use it to put it on your vision board. So maybe it's like if you want a big gold necklace or something, like a image of you wearing the necklace, get really, really specific and make it very customizable for your life. Because again, it will make it like it will bridge the gap between reality and desire if you do that and make it seem like your own life. And then after you have all of your images, then you can put it together. The biggest thing with this is you want it to be somewhere that you're going to look at every single day. So something I like to do is I like to make it my phone wallpaper so that every time I open my phone, it's just a reminder to, maybe be mindful, look at my vision board instead of scrolling on my phone. Or something that I know my friends do is put it above their bathroom mirror, and every time they brush their teeth in the morning, they look at their vision board and start visualizing while they're brushing their teeth. Anywhere that you're going to look at every single day and it's right in front of your face, whether it's digital or on paper, it's up to you. But just somewhere that you know you're going to check. And then the important thing is you don't need it to look pretty or beautiful. Like it's not a decoration per se. It is more of a tool for you. So whatever is going to help you, visualize easier, I recommend doing that. And then lastly, make it part of your routine to visualize it every single day. The best times to do it are right when you wake up and right before you go to sleep. This is because your subconscious mind is more active as soon as you wake up, and it's more active right before you fall asleep. And if you guys don't know, your subconscious is what shapes your beliefs and your thoughts. More than your conscious mind, it's your subconscious mind. So you want to get this all into your subconscious mind. So that's why I recommend doing it at least once in the morning or once at night. So yeah, those are the main 4 steps to making a board. All it is cutting up images and putting it on a board or doing it on your laptop. It literally takes me maybe an hour max to do all of this, and then I have one for the whole year. I also like to do one every single year, but if you prefer like one every season or one every 6 months or something, you can do that. Again, do whatever is best for you. And I know my friends also did like a vision boarding party. So they all got all their craft supplies and like a few snacks, and they all started talking about their goals and how they can all support each other while making vision boards. And this is another thing in spirituality. The more things you do as a group, the more your frequency will raise. So if you have, like-minded people, I definitely recommend doing it with them so that you can have all your positive energy multiplied, and you guys, it's just fun. You guys can make, vision boards together. So after you make your vision board, the important thing to remember is this is just a tool. The main things you need if you want to manifest anything is your thoughts and your beliefs to be aligned with your desires. If you make this vision board and you don't look at it, or you look at it and you don't think it's possible, it's not going to work because you're still missing the key part of the law of attraction, which is your identity, your self-perception, and your thoughts. That's what you need to focus on every single day, which comes with meditation, which comes with affirmations and gratitude. So you should every single day work on expanding your thinking and decreasing your limiting beliefs. And you need to just believe in miracles and have what they call miraculous thinking. I know this community loves to use that word, and I love to use it too because anything can be possible, and you need to so firmly believe that. Like, I would never have been able to believe that I was going to move all by myself to a new city. Like I was living at home with my family my whole life, but I really had to change, like I had to work hard and change my thought patterns and be like, okay, like if other people can do it, then I can do it, and look at people who have moved, things like that. So work on your mindset every single day, and that will get you so much closer to manifesting your desires. Another thing is to be open. Don't think about how these things are going to come into your life, right? Like, for example, if I want to manifest like $500,000, I can't be so stuck on how is it going to happen? Because if I'm trying to use my logical mind, again, I'm lowering my frequency and I'm making my limiting beliefs just get in the way. You should be so open and just trust that the universe is going to give it to you somehow, and be open to when you're looking at your life. Maybe you'll hear about a new job opportunity, or maybe you'll meet someone that has an amazing way for you to make money, or maybe you'll just end up having a business idea in the shower. Like, you never know how things are going to come to you. So trust your intuition and be so open. Don't get so fixated on how things are going to happen, because again, like your frequency is going to be lowered because of that. And then lastly, make sure you have gratitude in your life. We already have so many blessings, right? Like us being able to be here and us talking and listening to this means we have internet, we have safety, we have comfort to practice our hobby and our spirituality, which is already such a big blessing in itself. And again, a key principle with the law of attraction is you attract what you are. So if you're grateful and you feel blessed and you feel like I have so much in my life already, you're just going to get more of that and more abundance, because the universe is going to grant you what you're grateful for and what you already recognize that you have, which is abundance already. So every single night, I like to make a list of gratitudes and just pray for what I'm grateful for. And I like to also do this when I'm on the subway to work, when I don't have Wi-Fi or anything, or if I'm just walking around. I like to do gratitude walks. Whatever will help you stay grateful throughout the day. It is so important that you practice gratitude. So, those are the principles that I wanted to emphasize, because a vision board is just a tool, right? Like affirmations are just a tool for you to do what is important, which is get yourself in the right frequency. A vision board will really help you because it helps you visualize. But again, if you are not practicing the mindset, then there's not going to be alignment. So, I just wanted to emphasize that point. And these are some resources you can use to make your vision board. So canva.com is a website that I always make my digital vision boards in. You can literally pop in pictures and you can move it around, and it's really, really easy and it's free. So I really recommend looking into Canva, and it's very easy to use as well. If you want to find images, then Pinterest is a really good website. It has really good images for things that you're looking for, and I always find all my images on there before I like customize it and everything. And then to actually customize your images, you can use this app called Pic Collage. So that's where I cut out my face in like my pictures and put it on top of what I want, stuff like that. It's also free. All of these things are free. And then lastly, I like to go to any arts and crafts store like Michael's if I want to do it on paper. So it's really easy to make. All these resources are very good. I'm sure there's a ton of other stuff out there, but these are just the ones I use that I wanted to share. And then lastly, just remembering to always be grounded, and detachment is the way to attract everything. It is common for us to have desires and want things, and I think that's a great thing. But if we get so caught up in the desire itself, we'll forget the main point of life, which is, we're all trying to reach enlightenment and just detach from everything and know that we're already abundant as we are. We don't need money. Like, we don't need that much of money. We don't need that job. We don't need that desire to define who we are. Like, we're already so abundant and infinite as we are already. And the closer you get to practicing that, the more detached you'll get to the outcome. And when you're so attached to something like a desire, you get super fixated on it. And I've always noticed that attachment is associated with fear and, being scared and like being upset, which again will lower your vibration. Like the universe will always give you everything that you want, and it will always give you the good things for you as long as you're in alignment. So please make sure that you're always staying grounded, practicing meditation and not getting so fixated on the material things. The vision board is fun and it's a good way to get what you want, but the main part of life is that we're already abundant as it is. And every single day, it's so important to be grateful for that and to just be in that awareness all the time, and you will get everything that you want automatically. So, yeah, that is my little talk on making a vision board. I'll be happy to answer any questions. But again, thank you so much, Meditation Magic, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing, amazing, Shrija. Really excellent session. It feels so surreal to see those pictures of your vision board and also your real, your workplace and in between those buildings of New York. You are someone who has lived, who's a living proof of vision boards working and law of attraction working. So amazing session. Thank you for always grateful for having you on our platform. uh, Please, anybody has any questions, you can unmute yourselves and ask Rija.